We begin our Sunrise Smart Start with a look at the roads this morning, live showing you exactly what to expect throughout the morning rush hour.
James will have the radar momentarily. First, what is happening outside once you get ready to leave for going to work, wherever else this morning. Our News 18 been out and about through Wayne County, seeing most of the snow closest to us this morning as passing through Ontario after coming back from Sodus and Williamson. Now over to James, who can pinpoint that right on the map.
Yeah, that's right. Looks like light snow showers in the town of Ontario. That's right there. Probably focused north of 104. I'm guessing if that's where our photographer was, Eric. We'll see if that's going to drift southward. I do think it does a little bit here as we still will have meandering snow bands throughout the day. This isn't going anywhere, and you can even see maybe a slight southward shift that could push snow potentially into Webster there as well. So we've got that, and we've got more snow also south of Rochester. A couple of bands that are swinging through parts of Genesee County. Numbers stay in the 20s. We're cold, we're breezy as well, and I do think we could see some still accumulating snow on top of what we've got not only tonight but into tomorrow as well. We'll take a look at the 8-day in just a bit, really at the end of the show. Brennan, Ron.
Thank you, James. This morning, crews keep making progress on getting the lights and heat back on for families after the storm knocked out power for thousands across Monroe and surrounding counties.
We got an update from members of the Chi-Li Fire Department that shared some photos as a good example of how dangerous down power lines can be. First responders remind everyone, if you come across this, down power wires, that's what they can do, burning through the pavement. Always assume a line is live and therefore dangerous, so do not approach it or try to drive past it because you don't know for sure. You can always call 911 to report any hazardous conditions. At last check, RG&E has been reporting about 2,700 outages in Monroe County. National Grid says over 2,000 customers are without power. There's a live look at the map now. See some of the trouble spots so far where crews are working out in Webster, down in Fairport and Perrington, and then west side in Gates at 490, headed out there towards Spencerport.
The rough conditions have led to many cancellations and delays in and out of the Rochester airport, including some that were supposed to go out this morning. The next flights still on schedule were at around 6 a.m. going to Atlanta and other hubs in the Northeast. Other departing flights to places including Washington, D.C., Chicago, and Detroit are delayed or canceled, leaving many stranded, unsure of when they'll get to their destination.
As we pulled out of the driveway in Penfield, I suddenly had my phone blowing up with messages from the airlines saying, sorry, but we're canceled. Friday is the earliest I'll be able to go home, and it's a 6 o'clock in the morning flight, and I don't really care to get up early. Thank you very much.
It's an unknown. It's obviously partly weather driven with the wind. It's kind of a waiting game, just waiting to see if the flight actually takes off.
Airport officials encourage all travelers to check in with their airlines often and to download their carrier's app for the latest updates if your plans have to change.
Back to driving, a view from a different camera we have this morning. Downtown, our Greater Rock Sky Eye right through the Metro 490 is okay. Keep in mind that snow on 104 out in Wayne County, and as James mentioned, it shows you on the map, 390 if you're passing through Henrietta, down near the Thruway, and then making your way through Livingston County. We do have some breaking updates in this morning from RPD on a man found dead after he was shot inside a home in Rochester. That scene was around 11 p.m. on Garson Avenue near Peck Street. Details are limited at this point from what we're hearing from detectives, but they do say the victim in his 30s was shot at least once in his torso. The RPD command van also showed up at that scene throughout the investigation. Once we hear more, we'll bring you those updates during our cut-ins every half hour in CBS Mornings and online throughout the day over at rochesterfirst.com.
Also breaking overnight, a rollover on the city's west side. Officers responded just before 8 to Allen and King Streets, where they found a gray sedan overturned. Police say the driver was traveling west on Allen when they flipped. Two people inside the vehicle took off, leaving in another car described as a white sedan. No injuries reported. If you have any information, you're asked to call 911.
The latest information from President Donald Trump, who welcomed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to his Mar-a-Lago estate Monday in Florida.
The two leaders discussed the Middle East peace deal, which is at a critical point. Both sides are looking to reach a second phase in the agreement that involves naming a temporary international governing body for Gaza and reforming the Palestinian Authority. Now, President Trump was also asked about a strike on an alleged drug site inside Venezuela.
There's a major explosion in the dock area where they load the boats up with drugs. They load the boats up with drugs, so we hit all the boats.
The president didn't say where, when, or crucially who carried out the strike. The Pentagon has directed questions to the White House, though it did announce the U.S. military hit another suspected drug boat in the Pacific, killing 2 people.
Final check of that weather on this Tuesday.
Yeah, sometimes you just get a little bit too excited. I get excited about snow. Sometimes you get excited when you see a guy open in the end zone.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. Snow showers moving through this afternoon. A lot of the focus is along Wayne County 104 area. Then another shot of snow going into tomorrow. Yeah, more flakes flying. It's obviously cold. 20s and teens next couple days.
We've got more about that. Other stories to share on our podcast on the Rochester First streaming app. That's at 9 o'clock. Second Cup of Sunrise. You can also watch on your computer at the top of RochesterFirst.com. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching News 8 at Sunrise. See you for an update in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings up next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.